All right, we're going to continue working on the rowing center here, and we're going to complete a few steps to put in the first level walls and the floor above that. And in order to do that, what we're going to do is a series of steps. One is going to be import an image. The next is going to be setting up some grids. And the next is going to be setting up some levels. So basically, we're going to orient ourselves and get our sort of rig set up. So here is the image we're going to be importing for the base floor. So to do that, what you're going to do is go to the site, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to release this from a scope box, and I'm going to uncrop it, and I'll just turn off the cropping view. And the next thing I'm going to do is go to the insert tab, and I'm going to insert an image. So if you click on image, it will open up your dialog box, and you need to navigate to the Plan 01 JPEG that you were given, and you can click open, and it's going to come in stuck to your cursor to its original size, which is actually quite large. So I'm just going to left click to place it, and then I'm just going to come in and pull it down to where it's smaller, and I move it just by drag moving it, and pull it down to the point where it's actually smaller than it needs to be. So you can see from our original site that topography that we placed in, that we want it to be the size of the building pad that we have there. So I'm again going to make it just slightly smaller so you can see there's the building pad, here's the image, and we want to scale it to that size. So doing that is pretty similar to scaling in other programs. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move the image from the corner of the image to the corner of that building pad. So just to start from scratch, I'll deselect it. I'm going to select that image. I'm going to go to Move up here in the Modify panel, and I'm going to left click as close as I can to the corner of that image of the wall, and then I'm going to wait until the snap comes up and I move that image there. The next thing I'm going to do is scale the image so it is the size of the building pad, and to do that I'm going to go to the scale command here, and basically I'm going to pick the corner of the building pad as the first point, and then as the second point I'm going to pick the end, or what is as close as I can get to sort of the end point of that image, and then I'm going to pick the end point of the building pad where I want that point to be, and it will scale that up. So basically it's pick your base point, pick the point that you want to move, and then pick the point that you want to move it to or scale it to, and that will scale our image. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this image to the canvas by selecting the pin, right? And then I'm going to come down to the bottom right, and I'm going to say do not select pinned elements. And what that's going to do is, I'll give you an example. When you have an image in, it will want to pick that image all the time because it sees it as one large plane. And so what I've done is I've pinned it, so even if I pick it, it won't move, but I can also come down here and say do not select pinned objects. If I do that, now it will not select that image anymore, and it just sits in the background. Okay, so for the next thing, we're going to come in and put in some grid lines that are going to denote where the walls and the organization of the plan go.